Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine having a roadmap, like finding hidden treasure in the digital world.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're diving into today. We've got our hands on a fascinating source that outlines the top 10 digital product opportunities, specifically for 2025.
And our mission really is to guide you through this map. We'll pull out the key insights, the most important stuff, and give you a clear picture of where the digital market seems to be heading.
Right, so you can see which opportunities might fit your skills, your goals.
Exactly.
The digital marketplace is what's absolutely buzzing right now, constantly creating new avenues for creators, for entrepreneurs. And this deep dive reveals some opportunities that honestly might surprise you. They could be more accessible than you think.
Definitely.
So we're going to count down the top 10, starting from number 10. Ready to jump in?
Let's explore.
All right, kicking us off at number 10 on our list. Top digital products for 2025 is stock photography and digital assets.
So this category is pretty broad. Covers everything from, standard stock photos and graphics to icons, illustrations, even video clips.
Like the visual currency of the internet.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. For the creator economy especially.
What's really interesting, though, and the material we looked at highlighted this, is why it's hot for 2025. Because it feels a bit counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It does, with all the AI-generated content.
Right. You'd think demand for human stuff would drop.
Exactly. But the source points out this paradox. While AI pumps out loads of generic content, it's actually increasing the demand for authentic, human-created visuals.
Right.
Brands, creators, they want something that feels real, unique, something that stands out from, the AI noise.
That's a really powerful point. Adding that human touch, that specific style, maybe AI can't quite replicate yet. And the big takeaway here, passive income potential.
Yes. Create the asset. Once take the photo, design the icon, upload it to platforms. Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Etsy.
And it sells again and again.
Potentially for years. Yeah, we saw an example, right? A photographer making, what was it, $3,000 a month?
Yeah, $3K monthly from just 500 images uploaded over 2 years. That's incredible leverage.
It shows that long-term value, building that library.
So the tip here is definitely niche down. Like, don't just upload generic photos of coffee cups.
Absolutely. The material really stresses focusing on specific markets where you need that authentic visual. Think sustainable living, diverse families, remote work setups.
Specific hobbies, maybe?
Specific hobbies, yeah. The more niche, the less competition, and the more valuable your unique perspective becomes.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to number 9. Email templates and newsletters.
Email marketing. Sounds a bit old school to some, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
But it's having a real resurgence. The numbers are compelling. The source cited an average ROI of $42 for every dollar spent.
Wow, $42.
It's huge. That gets businesses' attention.
And this isn't just like a basic newsletter template, right?
No.
We're talking full welcome sequences for new subscribers.
Sales funnel templates, structured frameworks for email courses, anything helping businesses communicate well via email. Okay. And the major driver for 2025, according to the source, is all the shifting privacy regulations.
Ah, like the death of third-party cookies.
Exactly. As it gets harder to track users across the web, businesses are doubling down on owned media.
Their email lists.
Building their own list, communicating directly. Email is king there.
Okay, so privacy pushes people to channels they own. Makes sense. Plus, tools like Canva, Figma, they make designing these look professional way easier than it used to be.
Oh, absolutely. Businesses know they need email, but many lack the design skills or just the time.
Right.
So providing well-designed conversion-focused templates, that solves a very real business problem.
There was that example in the source.
Oh.
An entrepreneur building a 6-figure business on Gumroad.
Yeah, just selling MailChimp and ConvertKit templates, but specifically for industries like fitness or real estate.
That niche focus again.
Clearly shows the power. Solve a specific problem for a defined group.
All right, number 8 is digital planners and productivity tools.
The productivity market is, well, it's massive. Billions. And the shift to digital planning, which really got a boost from the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
It's really stuck. This covers everything from PDF planners you use on a tablet to Notion templates, habit trackers, digital journal.
Goal-setting worksheets, all that stuff.
Right.
Tools to help people organize their lives, their work digitally. The appeal for someone creating these is huge, right? No physical inventory, no shipping.
Create once, sell infinitely.
And for the user, it's flexible. Use it on your iPad, phone, print it out if you want.
And the key insight, well, it mirrors what we've seen. Specificity. A generic blank calendar template. Not as valuable as, say, a digital lesson planner designed specifically for teachers.
Or a budget tracker tailored for freelancers.
Exactly. The source mentioned a teacher making $2,000 monthly selling digital lesson planners on Teachers Pay teachers.
Great example of identifying that specific audience need.
And looking ahead to 2025, we'll likely see things like AI-powered planning templates, maybe ones that adapt to your schedule.
Ooh, interesting.
Or templates deeply integrated with popular tools like Notion or Obsidian, making them part of a bigger workflow.
Yeah, connecting them to tools people already use makes them indispensable. Okay, number 7. Modal app templates and UI kits.
With, over 6 billion smartphone users worldwide, the demand for apps is just constant.
Insatiable.
But building an app from scratch is incredibly complex, expensive.
Right, so that's where templates and UI kits come in.
Exactly. We're talking pre-built components or even complete app structures built on frameworks like React Native, Flutter.
Or design systems, like all the buttons, menus, visual elements.
Precisely. UI kits, user interface kits, they're collections of those pre-designed buttons, forms, screens, all the visual parts developers would otherwise have to design from scratch.
It saves a ton of time.
Huge time saver. And the key insight the source highlights, you don't need to be a full-stack coding genius to create these. Yeah, many successful creators focus purely on the design aspect and sell those design kits. Or they use no-code platforms to build functional templates without writing tons of code.
That significantly lowers the barrier to entry, especially for a market as big as the app world. The subscription app market alone is over $13 billion.
Crazy numbers, and every single one of those apps needed design work.
True.
And we saw that example, right? A UI kit creator on Envato making over $10,000 a month from just 12 template packages.
Wow, just 12.
It's a powerful way to save developers time and money. Makes your template incredibly valuable.
Okay, coming in at number 6, presets and filters.
This is all about the visual polish for the social media age. Lightroom presets, Photoshop actions.
Leo color grading LUTs.
LUTs, yeah. Look up tables, basically filters for video. Instagram filters too. Anything that gives photos and videos that consistent professional look fast.
Social media is still dominant, and everyone, influencers, small businesses, wants their content to pop. Presets are the ultimate cheat code.
Totally. And it's a fantastic recurring market. Creators are always refreshing their look or working with different clients.
So they buy multiple packs.
Exactly. Over time. The source shared an example, a photographer earning $4,000 a month selling lifestyle presets on Etsy and their own site.
Nice. For 2025, the trends seem to be mobile editing presets.
Makes sense.
And color grading, specifically for short-form video like TikTok and Reels. And there was an interesting note about AI-enhanced filters that, make content look better but still authentic.
Yeah, it's a fine line. Helping people create professional-looking content faster, easier, that'll always have demand.
We're halfway there. Number 5 is website themes and templates.
This is a classic digital product for sure, but don't let that fool you. The demand is absolutely enormous.
Not big.
Over 1.7 billion websites online, and something like 250,000 new ones pop up every single day.
Whoa. So things for WordPress, Shopify, Squarespace, or even complete website packages.
And a point the source made that surprised me a bit. The rise of no-code website builders hasn't killed the template market. It's actually increased demand for high-quality pre-designed starting points.
Huh. Why is that?
Well, no-code makes it easier to build a site yourself, technically, but it doesn't necessarily make it easier to design a beautiful, effective one.
Ah, okay. Good point.
Good templates solve that design overwhelm for business owners who aren't designers. You create that stunning template once.
And sell it hundreds, thousands of times. Zero extra work per sale.
Exactly. We saw that example, web designer making $15,000 monthly from just 30 premium WordPress themes.
Key was focusing on specific industries and providing good support, right?
Spot on. That's the leverage of digital products. And looking ahead to 2025, templates need to be built with performance, user experience in mind.
Like optimized for core web vitals, Google's metrics.
Exactly. Accessibility, too,
Yeah.
and potentially built with AI integration capabilities down the line.
Got it. Number 4, spreadsheet templates and business tools.
Okay, this one might not sound as flashy as apps or websites.
Yeah, spreadsheet.
But it is incredibly practical and profitable. Businesses, big and small, they run on spreadsheets. Budgeting, project management, inventory, sales tracking.
Financial projections.
All of it. But most business owners are not spreadsheet wizards.
Definitely not.
So creating well-designed, easy-to-use templates in Excel or Google Sheets, that solves a massive, often underserved need, especially in the B2B market.
The key insight is that immediate, tangible value, right?
Yes. The source phrased it perfectly. A business owner will happily pay $30 for a template that saves them, say, 10 hours of fiddling around trying to build it themselves.
The ROI for them is huge.
Which makes your template highly valuable. There was that example of the former accountant.
Right, making $8,000 a month selling financial spreadsheet templates on Etsy.
By targeting specific business types, like restaurants or consultants, again, that niche focus, understanding a specific pain point, really pays off.
And for 2025, what's the angle?
Look for templates that integrate with other business tools, maybe via Zapier or something, or templates with advanced formulas that act almost like mini software within the spreadsheet.
Beyond just basic calculations.
Exactly, more functionality.
All right, into the top 3. Number 3 is digital courses and training programs.
This one's huge and growing fast. The online education market projected to hit something like $350 billion by 2025.
$350 billion. Wow.
It's a massive opportunity to package your knowledge, your skills, your expertise into a scalable product.
And the formats are flexible. Video, audio, PDF guides, live workshops.
Hybrid experiences. If you know something others want to learn, you can create a course.
Now, here's a key insight from the source that I found really encouraging.
Yeah, what's that?
You don't need to be the world's foremost, Nobel Prize-winning expert in a field.
Oh, that's crucial.
You just need to be a few steps ahead of your target student. You can teach beginner or intermediate skills effectively if that's where the demand is.
Absolutely. Guiding people from point A to point B, that's the value.
The example they gave was a marketing consultant making $50,000 monthly from a single course on Facebook advertising for local businesses.
Leveraging focused expertise for a clear audience, that's powerful.
And a major accelerator for 2025, according to the source, is AI tools.
Right, like AI, course creator, things like that. They can drastically cut the time it takes to outline, draft lessons, generate supporting materials.
So creators can get courses to market faster, test ideas, scale more quickly.
Exactly. AI isn't replacing the expert, it's accelerating the process of packaging that expertise.
So what's hot for 2025 in courses?
Micro courses solving very specific problems, community-driven courses with lots of interaction, and using AI to create maybe personalized learning paths within larger programs.
Making learning accessible and actionable at scale.
That's the key.
All right, coming in at number 2, software as a service. Many tools.
This is interesting. It's about building simple, focused software apps that solve a very specific problem.
I'm not trying to build the next Google Docs or Photoshop.
Exactly. Think of a tool that just does one thing really well. Maybe a niche calculator, a simple automation script, a specialized generator.
SaaS, software as a service. The key appeal is that recurring revenue model, right? Subscriptions.
Yes. High margins, scalable growth. The insight here is to look for those small pain points that the big, complex software solutions overlook or don't handle elegantly.
Find a gap.
Find a gap, build a focused tool for that one problem, can be incredibly profitable. The math is clear. The source noted 100 customers paying just $29 a month.
That adds up. Almost $35,000 annually.
From a relatively small user base, significant revenue. They gave examples, remember? Developer built an invoice generator making $12,000 a month.
And another with a social media caption tool making $8 to monthly.
Solving very specific tasks.
And the 2025 opportunity is huge because AI and no-code platforms are lowering the barrier to entry significantly.
That's right. You don't necessarily need to be a seasoned developer anymore to potentially build and launch a functional mini SaaS tool. AI coding assistants can help.
What are the hot niches for 2025 here?
AI-powered productivity tools, obviously. Privacy-focused alternatives to some of the bigger services. And very industry-specific tools catering to niche business needs.
Find a specific problem for a specific group. Build a simple, elegant tool.
Powerful formula.
Which brings us to number 1.
Yeah.
The top digital product opportunity for 2025, according to the source material. Digital guides and comprehensive resources.
Okay, this is broad, but it's incredibly high impact. We're talking ebooks, in-depth, step-by-step guides, resource libraries, detailed checklists.
Comprehensive how-to manuals. Essentially bundling knowledge and resources into a complete package. Helping someone achieve a specific outcome. Why number 1? The material pointed to 3 main reasons.
Yeah.
Massive market demand.
People are always looking for solutions.
Incredibly low barrier to entry compared to, say, building software.
Much lower.
And phenomenal profit margins.
Yeah.
Cost basically nothing to reproduce an ebook or PDF guide, and you sell it infinitely.
The absolute key insight here, though, is specificity and depth.
Right. Not a generic guide to starting a business.
No. Create the complete step-by-step guide to launching a profitable food truck business in Austin, Texas. Include local regulations, supplier lists, sample permits, marketing templates.
The more specific and comprehensive, the more valuable.
Exactly. It's not just information. It's a solution package. The source really emphasized treating these guides as complete transformations.
Not just data dumps.
Right. Include templates, checklists, frameworks, everything someone needs to get from A to B. Deliver a tangible transformation.
That example was wild, a business coach making $25,000 a month from a single 200-page guide priced at $297.
That price is possible because the guide delivered immense value, a clear path to a profitable outcome for the reader.
Makes sense. And the 2025 advantage, similar to courses, is AI acceleration.
Yeah, AI tools can help structure complex guides, generate outlines, assist with writing drafts.
Even help create supporting materials like worksheets or templates. Speeds up the whole creation process.
Significantly. Hot topics for guides. Practical implementation of AI for small businesses seems huge. Deep dives into sustainable living. Optimizing remote work setups, personal finance guides tailored for the creator economy.
Lots of potential there. So that's the countdown. A fascinating range of opportunities. From selling individual visuals and templates,
all the way up to packaging deep expertise into courses and guides, or even building mini software tools.
It really shows that, no matter your background or technical skill level, there are multiple paths into the digital product space in 2025.
Definitely seems that way.
Now, knowing the opportunities is one thing, but actually turning this into something real. The source offered some really practical advice for implementation.
Yeah. The first piece is crucial. Don't get overwhelmed trying to do all 10. Pick one category.
This one.
One that genuinely excites you, aligns with your skills, or fits a problem you're already familiar with. Focus there first.
And before you spend weeks creating, validate demand.
Super important. Use surveys, social media polls, keyword research. Make sure people are actually looking for and willing to pay for your specific solution.
Don't build something nobody wants.
Exactly. Then pricing. Price based on the value delivered to the customer.
Not just how long it took you.
Right. If your product saves them significant time, makes them money, solves a painful problem, it's worth far more than just your hours invested.
Good point. And finally, start thinking about marketing, building your audience from day one.
Don't wait until the product's finished. Build anticipation while you're creating.
Which brings us to that AI acceleration factor that kept coming up.
Yeah, the source made a strong point here. AI isn't necessarily replacing creators, but creators who use AI are likely to replace those who don't keep up.
It's not about AI doing all the work, is it? It's using it as a powerful co-pilot.
Exactly. Accelerate research, help generate outlines, draft initial content or marketing copy, assist with design concepts.
It enhances what you're already good at. Makes you faster, more efficient across pretty much all these categories.
Lowers the barrier to entry for some products, speeds up creation for others, lets you test ideas, scale impact more quickly.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? The digital product economy is booming. 2025 is set to offer incredible opportunities. This list shows the range. The tools are more accessible than ever. And there's a clear hunger in the market for valuable digital solutions.
The homework from the source is pretty straightforward, actually, and actionable.
Yeah.
Pick just one category from this top 10 list, one that sparks your curiosity. Spend maybe, 48 hours researching that specific market.
See what's out there already.
Yeah. Look at what's available, see where the gaps are, where the underserved needs might be, and start brainstorming your unique angle, your specific solution.
The source ended with a great line. You don't need to be perfect to start, but you do need to start to become perfect.
Like planting a tree, right? The best time was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Exactly. The digital opportunity is vast, and it's waiting. Yeah. We've covered a massive landscape today.
Yeah.
From individual digital assets, templates,
to packaging expertise and courses and guides, even building simple software tools.
And the core message tying it all together.
It really seems to be that success in this digital space comes down to solving real problems for people with valuable solutions.
Using your unique knowledge, your skills.
And the powerful tools available today, that can absolutely become the foundation for a thriving online venture.
So the final thought for you is, what problem could you solve from this list? What piece of knowledge or expertise do you have that someone else is searching for right now? What will you create in this booming digital economy?